lamented, misused, forgotten, miserable. Life at times can find itself in such positions, typically trapped by its own doing, and it can feel as if the only paths to take are those filled with more lamentation, more misusage, more forgetfulness, and more misery. The true meaning of the word freedom has not truly shined upon recent days of humanity's predicament. Having been thrust into a technological revolution that transformed everything about life as a human, yet even when true freedom existed, it was still not complete, for the brain is somewhat of an inherent cage all in itself. It cannot escape itself, for doing so would cause the disintegration of the perception of a self, thus ceasing the mind's existence entirely. The brain cannot help but shape its own reality through perspective, and it is therefore driven by what it perceives reality to be. To have control of the body, as brains learn sooner or later, is to be restricted in turn by that body's environment. Essentially, to exist in a reality is to perceive it, and the brain must have found a reality to exist in, and must act accordingly. The brain's relationship with its outer environment is subject to the rules and laws that dictate the given space. Or, in other words, suppose there is an actual place that exists absent of perception, absent of an environment. Does this place actually exist? Does non-existence exist? Is there more freedom in death than in life? To be ignorant for eternities, with empty space stretching no distance endlessly, lasting without time because time requires a perception, nothingness reacting with nothing inside nothing. So where did this universe come from? If nothingness exists and we are something for whatever reason, can we conclude this evanescent state of non-existence as some primal desire to be? Through the mere proof of our existence, can we deduce that somewhere embedded within lifelessness, there is an elemental desire for more? Does the universe contain a pervasive desire to know thyself, to experience, to grow? Whether or not it was from this desire that all of energy, time, and the divine erupted is as unknown as the void itself. Humans, on many levels, appear to be a product of this cosmic desire. Through existence in its rawest definition, the universe has proven to want to know itself. But does it know the cost of such a miracle? If we knew the price to live, would we consider making payment a disastrous mistake not worth the experience of suffering, death, and loss? Death is a necessary byproduct of the experience called living. To become all that has ever been is to have been somewhere where nothing was, and then to return to this abyss in the end. Fearing death can seem silly, for we need death, and upon its approach, the Grim Reaper will vanquish you from existence, transmuting all you feel, including your fear, back into nothingness. Life on Earth has emerged after billions of years filled with energy randomized and destabilizing across gigantic stretches of space-time. The life we all hold through the filters of our perceptions, the holy energy we have grown accustomed to, is part of the same consciousness that has been driving creation throughout the cosmos since an event known as the Big Bang. Consider the Big Bang a misperception for a moment. It is not an explosion from whence we all came, or a reaction of matter unleashing a wide sky of stars and galaxies. Rather, it is still banging. It never stopped. Your consciousness might be one little reflection of the Big Bang, with everything around us, everything we could possibly sense or detect, a piece of it which contains the whole. Infinite regression, an ocean of infinite waves, with each wave containing its own infinite ocean. Whatever happens after the Big Bang eventually stops banging is unknowable. But I'd bet my last dollar that it just goes bang again. In truth, the future of the next 3 weeks is as uncertain as the future of the entire universe. Let's imagine the Big Bang as a circle, or a sphere glowing brighter than any sun to ever shine. Zoom out to see it as one event amidst a sea of blank emptiness, a dot on a canvas. Now zoom in slowly. It gets dimmer and gradually vibrates at slower and slower frequencies. The once uniform ball can be seen to be composed of trillions of little spirals, galaxies amazingly small and numerous, like cells in a human body. Continue zooming in. Experience time getting slower. The spirals get bigger until you see they too contain billions of spheres, the suns. As you get closer, they become further apart until you're somewhere very familiar. Earth. Our mother planet arose from the cold stones and gases that formed when old stars died, exploding to harness more life, more cosmic desire. The remnants of previous consciousness drifted through almighty non-existence, refusing to stay dead until new life came forth. The earth formed after cold, lifeless matter gravitated toward the next generation of stars. There was a competition amongst the rocks until several planetary prototypes formed, and 2 of these celestial orbs smashed together, with one remaining victorious and the other spinning off into the abyss. The debris from the crash orbited the surviving planet until our moon was birthed to be Gaia's companion. Gravity acts like a magical potter spinning its clay tirelessly, never stopping or abruptly changing its mind. Our lone moon pulled the oceans below, causing tides that stirred up complex elixirs from which life sprang out. Eventually, you get to a species that named itself humans. We all share the same past, but individuals chart their own course forward. To paraphrase Carl Sagan, life is driven by its peculiarities as harmony accommodates for experience. And so here we are now, the eternal life force that sizzles in the cores of innumerable stars is the very source of energy that I feed off for my own survival, growth, and this life sustains the environments that concocted my existence. The essence of life, pure energy, is electromagnetic and present in every atom throughout the cosmos. The positively charged core pushes against the negatively charged electrons on the exterior of an atom's shell. The atom shows that existence at its foundation is the product of contradiction. The yin-yang symbolizes all. Life against death, existence against nothingness, the light against the dark. The universal ballet continues. At times, a delicate balance between 2 opposed forces is reached, creating a neutrality, a zero, more powerful than all negative and positive numbers, for it is neither. Neutrality confuses the positive and is envied by the negative. It is a doorway that no eye has ever seen. It is the gateway from non-existence into existence, and from there back into nothing. The tragedy of life goes on. Deep inside, the primal desire to exist stubbornly stresses the persistence of life, even if it can feel so futile and meaningless at times. Until encouraged by some fierce motive or passion, the ignorant remain disillusioned and apathetic. For it can be a scary thought to think that life has inherent purpose, that we are to accomplish something here that affects some cosmic fate beyond our senses. Does the universe's destiny lie within us all? Is it almost too frightening to believe that our personal choices ultimately contribute to which side wins the cosmic duel between love and indifference? However, if gods are real, the moon is not even the toenail of a deity. If beyond the unimaginable energy of the Big Bang there is an ever greater reality where the Big Bang itself is but an atom in a much larger universe, then the consciousness that exists out there would be the true conception of God's. Our entire lives might be just residue from the concerns of higher beings. What they would experience is inconceivable to our minds, and likewise, if each atom in our universe is a full Big Bang on its own smaller universe, then would our pain and joy be more significant than that experienced by the consciousness to arise there? This is all nothing but a dream, a mere sigh of Zeus. My body is a vessel, a rowboat, and I paddle down the river called life, trying to enjoy it and be merry. While my boat will not last forever, the water shall continue to flow into infinity. Oh, what greater things will happen after the death of all life across earth, considering all we learned and felt, what will arise next? What even more beautiful flowers will sprout from the ashes of Earth's consciousness after it falls back asleep? Love will return somewhere again. Love makes life worth it. It is worth the rejection, the pain, the sorrow, the loneliness, the misery. It is worth the lament, just to have a taste of real love. We came from silence, and it is to the quiet darkness we return. So direct every word you say, every action you take, every breath to escape your lungs, to be for the sake of love, for the hope that nothingness is not all we can attain, for the eternal fact that you do exist now. This striving for love will become your God, your motivation, and the beings we must entrust with life as we pass into death's slumber, hoping that one day again we will again wake.